Kyiv military have recorded 10 attacks on its position following ceasefire announcement in eastern Ukraine, pro-Kyiv channel Ukraine Today reported on Sunday. The day before, at Washington headquartered, Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko wrote to his Twitter that Kyiv wouldn't turn the other one cheek if one will be slapped. Same time, Donetsk People's Republic Defense Ministry spokesman Eduard Basurin have reported the situation in the Baltsovas pocket sector intense. DPR positions at village Logvinovo were shelled by Kyiv military. The ceasefire regime that did not came into force in due time. Ukrainian troops blocked in the Baltsova keep on trying to break the encirclement, he said. DPR military had to selectively return fire in this sector. Does Washington Kyiv President Poroshenko mean offensive at the Logvinovo from the Baltsovas pocket when he was writing about turning a check? No one can forecast, because according to Kyiv, there was no pocket in the Baltsova when the new ceasefire was agreed in Minsk. However, a ceasefire that came into force midnight in eastern Ukraine is being observed in general, France and Germany declared in a joint statement. The statement was published after President François Hollande and Chancellor Angela Merkel held a telephone conversation with President Vladimir Putin and President Petro Poroshenko. Also, Donetsk officials say they will withdraw heavy weapons in accord with the timeline set by the Minsk deal. We remember, during the EU summit in Brussels on February 12, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said the full respect of the planned weekend ceasefire in eastern Ukraine will be essential before there could be a change in the sanctions regime imposed on Moscow. Seems Merkel talks about peace in Donbas doesn't prevent her from support for Kyiv government, which started this war last year. German members of parliament have nominated Angela Merkel for the Nobel Peace Prize. Her efforts to achieve peace in Ukraine through the signing of a second ceasefire deal last week in Minsk was dubbed a huge success by member of her Christian Democratic Party. And the another huge success of Chancellor Merkel was shown by Anonymous Germany. We totally agree with activists. A skinhead girl is the best way to start career for Chancellor whom will support pro-Nazi Kyiv government. The authorities from the Donetsk and Lugansk People's Republics will stand by non-military alliances for Ukraine or otherwise void the Minsk agreement, according to a joint statement by the republic's representatives of the negotiations published Monday. Any movement of Kyiv toward NATO or any other anti-Russian military alliance is unacceptable for us. Should this happen, we will immediately break our joint actions with Kyiv and will consider the Minsk agreement null and void, the statement read. Daniel Farasi, director of the Grassroots political consultant from Washington, thinks that the United States and the Western military alliance NATO are seeking to lead a proxy war against Russia across mainly Russian-speaking regions of the troubled eastern Ukraine, and the republics of Donbas agree with him. We thank our information partners for help with spreading this video news. Subscribe to our channel to receive up-to-date information on the situation in Ukraine and current geopolitical events in Europe.